20,000 is a bit ambitious, but I mean, 3 girls a day on average, at least at a minimum. I mean, some days 4, sometimes, whatever, 5, 7, the most was 9.
Today we're going to talk about Dan Bilzerian. Probably considering one of the young OGs when it comes to talking about how many women he's put his pee-pee in. And I was like, dang, I'm trying to be one of those girls, but it failed dream, so I started doing YouTube videos. And after years and years of being a huge playboy, he's now claiming that he wants to become monogamous. I just know Hugh Hefner's rolling over in his grave. This first part is basically him talking about how tragic it is to have so many women around him. Please subscribe. Please.
I've got a million women around, like I'm not going to get attached to them, and then it just keeps it like all at arm's length. And also it made the situation where like you tend to put in so much less effort too. Like I found like how much like competition had an impact on how women reacted to you and like the things that you could get away with.
Listen, dude, I'm no Einstein, but I feel like having more women in your life would kind of make everything harder as a man. Just trying to comprehend on why I would actually want to do that. Why would I want to have meaningless, amazing sex with every single woman that I see? Never mind, I changed my mind. But if I'm being serious, this is actually a bad thing. So although yes, it is funny to laugh at Dan Bilzerian, there are little boys who would watch this and think that, ooh, women can become objects. I want them to become objects. I just want to sleep with them all day. I cannot tell you how many red pillers I've seen who said, I can sleep with as many women as I want. I can do that. And then it's like, oh, women can only have like 2 bodies or something like that. Listen, I get it. You don't want a girl that's been around the block, but when you start saying dumb shit like that, you're no different than a girl that says she wants a dude that makes $100,000 a month. Listen, I'm not a feminist. They wouldn't let me in the doors. They said my weenus wasn't tucked in enough. But if you are someone that can sleep with multiple people in one day, you have serious issues. Where in this entire podcast, he gained some type of consciousness and said, hey, yo, I need a monogamous relationship.
Now this girl more, and then it becomes like a little bit of a different dynamic, which is kind of counterintuitive. You'd think that like the better you treated a girl, the more time that you spent with her, the more, the relationship would be better.
Yeah.
But I found the opposite to be true. It was like a weird thing. So I guess, I don't know, what I kind of landed on was I think it's like better to have a monogamous relationship. Strange as that is coming from me.
It's weird. You came to the exact logic that most men would agree on, is that if you treat somebody better, they might like you. But his interpretation of how he treats somebody better is really weird, so I'm not even really going to go into that. But hey, he did come to the conclusion. Weird at the same time, because you would have people in his comments being like, oh yeah, bro, you lived your life, dude. You lived your life. Now you can settle down. Now you can have just one woman. Yeah, bro, you slept with thousands of girls. Now it's time. Now it's time to settle down, bro. When it comes to being in a relationship, it requires a lot more effort than you being able to put your dong in her for 60 minutes. It requires an actual physical emotion, even when it comes to actual sexual interaction. It requires emotion, which is why sometimes my girl doesn't want to be with me. I'm not hurt, but
I think you got 2 choices. You could just like do whatever you want and, be free and like allow the women to be free and just use condoms with all the girls and not care about if they hook up with other guys and it's just like purely sexual and whatever. Or I think you can find a girl that you enjoy spending time with and that you actually trust each other.
Wow.
And I think it's hard to have that. Like I'm not saying it's impossible, but I think it's unlikely to find a woman that is going to be okay with you sleeping with other women that actually cares about you for the right reason.
Give him a congratulations. He's unlocking basic human emotions. He's basically like me now. I'm so proud of my son. Dan Bilzerian is pushing 50 years old. You don't have to come to the same conclusion in life as he did so late in life. If you find somebody early on, stick with them. Listen, in the world that we live in today, it's F-men this, F-men that, all this BS. You need to stick together. So when you find somebody good in your life that makes you happy, stick with them. Because you may not have them. They could be gone in an instant.